When a magician makes something vanish and then reappear in some crazy, over-the-top, insane location, it's called an impossible location effect. And on today's video, I'm going to share the secrets with you with one of my most performed impossible location effects. So with a shuffled deck, you can even borrow the deck. Someone selects any card in the pack, no force, any card in the pack, okay? You turn it invisible, all right? You make it vanish, and then it invisibly travels across the table and reappears on the other side of the table. Now, what makes impossible location so amazing is it's a beautiful combination of first the vanish, okay? Then the reappearance in some crazy spot. And between the two, you have so much room for people's imaginations. So this card effect I'm going to share with you in just a moment. I'm going to perform it. I'm going to teach it. Like I said, it's one of my most performed impossible location effect. And in fact, speaking of impossible locations, this week, for just the next few days, I'm launching a very special impossible locations pack. It's a package deal where you get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 of my most popular, best-selling impossible location projects. You get them all together for the price of 1. It's a total $70 value for just $29.95. And the very first piece, the first project in this 3-project collection is called Escape Proof.
Escape Proof combines an incredibly fair selection with a test conditions vanish and a heart-stopping reappearance. It's also one of the most visually dramatic tricks I've ever created. And best of all, the spectator does everything. You start by having the spectator unlock the envelope, remove the packet of cards, and replace the lock on the envelope. Next, the spectator examines the packet of cards to make sure they're all different, gives them a shuffle, and is asked to cut to a card. Then the spectator peeks at whichever card they cut to, gives the packet another few cuts, and tightly holds the card in their own hand. And you don't even have to ask the spectator to name their card. You just slowly wave your hands, and the impossible happens. First, the spectator opens their hands and deals through the cards to discover that their selection has completely vanished. And then, when they unlock the envelope, they find their own card inside. You're going to be thrilled with the reactions you inspire with this next level illusion, because people just can't get over the fact that the selected card vanished from the spectator's own hands. You're also going to love how wonderfully easy this trick is to perform. There are no sleights, no palming. There are also absolutely no switches of any of the cards. The cards they first examined are the same cards they hold in their hands. And instead of the spectator cutting to a card, you can even have the spectator just think of any of the cards. And that card will still impossibly appear inside the locked envelope. Plus, because the custom designed envelope does so much of the work, you can even perform this shocking trick with your favorite brand of playing cards. Escape Proof includes the special envelope, a punched packet of bicycle cards, and a solid brass padlock.
So that's Escape Proof. Definitely one of the most powerful card tricks I've ever created, a guaranteed reputation maker, and it's one of the 3 featured products in this Impossible Locations pack. Now, the second project included in this is called Secret Weapon, but before I tell you anything about Secret Weapon, let's jump into today's featured trick. I want to perform it for you so you can look at this impossible traveling of the invisible card from one spot on the table to the other. Now it's time for me to perform and then reveal all the secrets to this mind-blowing invisible card trick. All right? So first, deck is shuffled. Like I said, spectator can borrow the deck if you want. Deck is shuffled. No setup, no gimmicks. Next, 100% free choice of any card. I just dribble the cards between the hands and say at some point snap your fingers or say that's my card or whatever. They do that. When they do, you pause right there, and they really do have 100% free choice of any card. You give them a peek at the card. They see the card. You take it, you drop it down on the table. You say, keep an eye on that card. First, I think you'd agree, since you shuffled the pack and since you said stop at any card, there's no way I can know what the card is right now. I think you'd agree with that. Second, I'm about to turn the card invisible. To make it even more challenging for me to even influence the card or get at the card, I'm going to put something between me and the card. I'm going to actually grab a couple of cards here. Let's actually grab a few cards and put them on top of your card. Right there. Very fair. So we know we've got your card and a few cards. In fact, I'm going to grab a few more cards over here and put these over there like that. That's all I'm going to use. I'm now going to make your card invisibly travel from here over to here. Watch. Oh, but before I do, just to be as fair as I can, I want you to see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. All right? 4 cards. And over there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. 4 and 4, making the one card you selected, the one card you're thinking of, travel now. If you get really close to the tablecloth, you'll see that the tablecloth just a little bit moves as I make your card travel across. It's done. Now I know that sounds preposterous. I mean, my sleeves are up, I've done nothing. To say I've made the card you selected move from here to here is absurd, but I want you to see, watch, right here. 1, 2, only 3 cards. The spectators can go through those cards. They can count them. They can see there are now only 3. There were 4, now there are 3. And in fact, I say for the very first time, name your card. And they say 7 of diamonds. And I go, Jack of hearts, 9 of clubs, 5 of spades, but no 7 of diamonds. As for over here, watch, there were 4 and 4. Now there are 3, which means that over here there should be, and they can count the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards now. They said 7 of diamonds. These are 2. There are 4. And the very last card is indeed impossibly having traveled across the surface of the table, the 7 of diamonds. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal all the secrets to that amazing card trick, okay? But first, I want to share with you the second preview for the second trick included in this 3-for-1 pack. It features an amazing gimmick. It's going to blow your mind, and it's called Secret Weapon.
Thanks to the amazing gimmicks included with Secret Weapon, you'll be able to perform a sensational collection of extraordinary tricks. With an absolutely ordinary marker, you're guaranteed to astound people when you make the marker shrink, change colors, vanish, melt through the cap, and a lot more. You'll even be able to take the cap off the marker, clip it to your pants pocket, make the marker vanish into thin air, and have the marker impossibly reappear in your pocket. And after every trick, you can immediately hand out the marker to be examined, or let a spectator use it to initial a coin, a selected card, or sign a borrowed bill. That's because the very cool gimmicks are absolutely invisible from even just a few inches away. You can even use the same incredible gimmicks to vanish a signed bill and make it reappear inside the cap. This really is the perfect collection of tricks to perform at school, work, anywhere. And most of them are surprisingly easy to do. Turn your marker into a secret weapon today.
you start by dropping the cards, and you're going to find to do this will take some practice for sure. Is the fingertips are sort of just holding it. They're not way down there. They're not up here. They're just at the edge of the cards, okay? And you're going to drop the cards from the fingers and the thumb at the same time. This will take some practice, okay? And then they call stop. Now, this first move is an old Ed Marlowe move, and it looks crazy because it looks like you push off the card, right? They can see. You come up here, you show them the card. In this case, the 7 of hearts. They see that. Then you come over and you drop it on the table. That's what it looks like. Make sure that's in the shot there. But in fact, you've done 2 switches. You wonder, why do you do 2? Well, what I'm doing is this. I'm going through the cards, okay? Better if it's when you're practicing this, don't go with a 3/4 pack or half. Go with about a third of the deck here. Okay? So here is the reveal, the sort of the exposed angle. Is I'm cradling between the first finger and the pinky. You'll see why, because what I want to be able to do is push off the top card, and as I do, not just the tip of my thumb, but I'm pushing off 2 cards. The edge of my thumb, the side of my thumb, is pushing against the second card from the top. Now, I'm going to come up and it's going to look like I'm showing you this card, but what I'm actually going to do is pull back with my thumb, okay? And then with the tips of my fingers, I'm going to push that card forward, okay? So it looks like I'm showing you this card, but in fact, I'm showing you the second card from the top. It's a beautiful illusion, okay? Really old move. I wish I had invented it, but I did not. You're here, and you're going to pull back while pushing forward and showing, all right? And then the reason why it's a double switch is because then it looks like I'm going to put the 5 of spades down, but actually I'm going to just with the tips pull the card back in while letting the top card fall to the table. Having done that, all focus is there because the card gets dropped down, and I don't assemble the deck back where it was. I actually put the lower half on top casually. I don't say I'm going to get 3 cards. I say I'm going to add a few cards on top. A few cards, suggesting 3, okay, rather than several. It's great to say I'm going to add a few cards on top. From the bottom, I just kind of, and nobody can see exactly how many cards I'm grabbing here, but they can see it's a few. I put them on top. It's just 2 cards, so I put 2 cards on top of their selection. Remember, their selection's here. I say there, and I say I'm also going to put a few cards over here, and here I'm going to actually push off 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. But I do it very small here. I'm going to grab a few cards here, put them down there like that, okay? So nobody knows. They know it's 3, is it 4? I'm not sure how many it is, like this, like this. But the whole focus, and I'm using my body the entire time. Most of the time I'm like this, focusing here, separating that world, that sphere of focus, okay? I'm there. Then you get rid of the cards. You would swear that in this hand I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Look. Again, I'll do it very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards clearly, but there's only 3. So this is a marvelous move, okay? This is the Elmsley count, and there are variations on the Elmsley count. But what I'm going to do is this, okay? Is I take 1 and I count it off. Then as I come up, I feed this one underneath, okay? And grab the next card. So I'm basically leaving that behind and taking the next top card. So when I do that just once, it means I'm going to count this first card twice, like this. Slow motion. 1, loading it on. 2, taking this off, and this off. Now I have to show over here 4 cards. Here I had 1 card too few. Here I have 1 card too many. I have to make it look now that I've got just 4 there, okay? And so for this, because I actually have 5. For this, what I need to do, and remember, this is the top card. The 5 of diamonds is the one they actually saw. Is I take 1, then with my thumb, I've got the fingers on the bottom, my thumb is going to push off everything above the, it's going to actually push off 2 cards. This is not hard, because all I'm doing is pulling back a little bit with the fingertips, pushing forward with the thumb and squeezing down a little bit. And so it pushes the top 2 cards as 1 off, okay? So this is a single card coming over, pushing off the 2 cards, and I leave this underneath again, like the other one, and then finish with these 2. Do it all together, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, very fairly. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now, because the 5 of diamonds starts on top, this count will bring the 5 back to the top. It goes to the bottom. I'm leaving it on the bottom, taking these two. Then this ends up back on top, which is where I want it. All right? So I've just been able to very fairly show 4 here and 4 here. They're convinced the one card they're thinking of from the shuffle deck is here. You've done nothing. Nothing but clarify. It's so magical. So I do this and I travel. Then when you do this, just 1, 2, 3, and then you show 1, 2, and 3, people freak out. You showed 4 cards there a moment ago. Now, and you count them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a great damn trick. Don't rush it. You don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like doing the rule of 3. How can I get the rule of 3 from 5 cards? Well, I can show these two, drop them down. Face up, my bad. These two are dropped face. These two, drop those face up, right? And then finally, this. And my one suggestion working for real people is try not to cross the line here for the final reveal. Keep it all on this side. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And make sure you click the link. Don't miss your chance to order my brand new Impossible Locations pack, okay? Total $70 value, all for just $29.95. You're going to learn the secrets to more than 20 tricks with this pack. It comes complete with 2 different sets of gimmicks, okay? You're going to be getting escape proof, all the gimmicks. You're going to get secret weapon, all the gimmicks. Plus, I'm including my Fire Starters download, which features another 17 tricks. All easy to do with ordinary objects. Lots of impossible location stuff. Like I said, a total $70 value, all for just $29.95, but only while supplies last. So make sure you click that link.